Dr. Van Sloan, he wanted to know what makes popular kids popular. Very clever study. He studied thousands of high school students across a variety of high schools looking for patterns. Why is it that some kids across these grades and ages are really popular? He had all the kids ranked across all these schools. He had them looked at traits, and then he guessed what made the popular kids popular. Were they more athletic? Were they more attractive? Were they funnier? Were they smarter? What was it? Can you guess what it was?
I'm just basing this on the kids that were popular in my school. They were funnier. They were self-deprecating to some degree.
Mm-hmm.
They were remotely good at some sports, maybe. They were funny, happy. I don't know.
Okay, so he found that the most popular kids across the one single variable that was held true across all the different students was the most popular kids had the longest list of people they liked. So when he asked, one of the questions of the survey was, who do you like? They had the longest lists. And when he looked at their day-to-day, they had micro moments of liking. They would go down the hallway and be like, hey, Chad. Hey, Chelsea. Hey, Sarah. They liked so many people, and that in turn made them more likable. This showed me that being likable is in our control. Being likable means you have to be first liker. If you set out to like more people, you become more likable. And that was a really big shift for me because for so long, I thought it was all about me. It's a very selfish way to be, right? I was like, I better be impressive. I better be funny. But actually, what makes us likable is just liking as many people as possible.
I was laughing as you're speaking because I was just playing out all the different sort of personas of people listening right now.
Yeah.
And I just had this one persona of the person sat at home who just like slumped over because they realized they hate everybody. Like when you said that, they're just like, fuck, I hate everybody.
Look, I get it. And I also think that if you hate everyone, if that's you, let me try to convince you for a second. Mm-hmm. It could be because you're asking the wrong questions.
Okay.
I think I fell into that camp. I don't need people. I don't like people. I was very much in that camp for the first couple of years. Why? Because I had terrible interactions and terrible conversations, and it was awkward. Of course I didn't like people, but I was also asking the wrong questions, and I was telling the wrong stories. I was trying to be impressive. The best way to be impressive, to be likable, is to help people impress you, is to make them feel so liked that they begin to like you back. It's aggressively liking. So that means that when you're with someone, you should be constantly giving them verbal and nonverbal assurances of how much you want to like them.
People always say first impressions are everything.
And they're not wrong. But here's the truth. Most of that impression has nothing to do with the words coming out of your mouth. It's your nonverbal cues. Your posture, your voice, the way you walk into a room. Those little signals your brain is broadcasting whether you realize it or not. Think about it. Have you ever met someone who said all the right things, but something felt off? You didn't quite trust them, even though their words sounded perfect. That's because their cues and their words were out of sync. And when that happens, we believe the cues every single time. Now this brings us to charisma. Charisma gets treated like some magical gift you're either born with or not. But really, it's about balance, warmth, and competence. If you lean too much on warmth, people might like you, but they won't take you seriously. If you lean too much on competence, people will respect you,
聚众搞事，
but they won't
加上
open
大脑
up to
管道
you.
的守门员掏蛋白反水，
Charisma.
他们联合强行打断神经元之间的信号传输，神经元之间失去联络，久而久之就会凋零死亡，而这带来的是记忆的灾难。
You've got to show you can deliver. But if you only come across as competent, you risk seeming cold or unapproachable. So sprinkle in warmth, a smile, a bit of ease in your tone. And suddenly they see you as capable and trustworthy. On a date, it flips. Warmth should lead. You want to show you're approachable, fun, someone they feel safe with. But add a touch of competence, a sign you've got direction, ambition, stability. And you stop yourself from falling into the nice but forgettable category. It's this constant dance between warmth and competence that makes someone feel magnetic. And then there's mirroring. Most people get this wrong. They think it means copying someone's every move like some strange mime. But true mirroring is about alignment. If someone's speaking softly and calmly, and you barrel in with booming energy and rapid-fire words, you'll feel miles apart. But if you meet them where they are, same pace, same tone, they feel understood almost instantly. It's like saying without words, I get you. We're on the same wavelength. And once you've got that connection, then you can guide the energy. If they're nervous, you can slowly lift the tone to put them at ease. If they're flat, you can raise the energy bit by bit until they naturally follow. That's how skilled communicators take control of a room, not by forcing energy onto people, but by syncing up first, then leading. So here's the big takeaway. Your words are only the tip of the iceberg. The real message lies in how you carry yourself, how you balance warmth and competence, and how well you tune into the other person's rhythm. Get those 3 things right, and you'll notice something powerful. People listen to you differently. They lean in, they trust you faster, they remember you longer. Because charisma isn't about tricks, it's about alignment.
And once you learn to master that, you'll find every interaction, whether it's a job interview, a date, or just meeting someone new, becomes far easier, far more natural, and far more impactful.
3 magic phrases for likability. 1, I was just thinking of you. Okay, so here's how you use this authentically, right?
Yeah.
You think of a lot of people in your life all the time.
Yeah.
If you are thinking of someone and you can text them, I was just thinking of you, how are you? I was just thinking of you, how'd that project go? I was just thinking of you, it has been a while since we talked. Or, and better, you see a movie, you see a documentary, you see a matcha latte, you see a mug, you see a ceramic candle, and you're like, oh, this made me think of you. This is for the people who you want to level up with. There are 3 levels of intimacy. People who you kind of know, you know their personal, you know their general traits, where they work, where they live, what they do, that's it. You don't want to go any deeper with them. Level 2 people are people where they know your personal concerns, you know their goals, their motivations, their personality traits, their worries. Those are people you want to invest in. And there's a last level, which is the most deep level, which is called self-narrative, which is the story we tell ourselves about ourselves. If you categorize your relationships, another activity I love for my students to do is make those 3 levels on a piece of paper. Self-narrative is the story you tell yourself about yourself.
So is this a group of people?
It's the levels of intimacy you are with someone. So would your partner know the story you tell yourself about yourself? That if you think of yourself as lucky, you literally see more opportunities. If you think of yourself as unlucky, you miss them.
Is it possible to change how you see yourself?
I do believe in a growth mindset. So I do believe that if this is resonating with you and like you're like,
Mhm.
I feel unlucky, I might have this victim self-narrative. I do believe it's possible to change your perception of yourself. And that's starting with small moments of heroism. I think that changing your people skills, saying, I don't like people, and saying, I'm going to find a way to like people. Saying, I'm bad at conversation, I'm going to find a way to be good at conversation. To say, I'm an awkward person, no, I'm a recovering awkward person. If we can begin to take those tiny experiments and change them one by one, we begin to have small moments of heroism, and that's how we change our self-narrative.